All right, so we're learning more details about the circumstances surrounding the sudden death of South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. That was Saturday night. Now, Graham had just turned 71 years old and spent more than 3 decades in Congress.
And Shanique, you may recall that he was very close to late Senator John McCain from Arizona as well. They were literally joined at the hip. He was a close ally of President Trump. News Nation Washington correspondent Kristen Eskow has the details.
Senator Lindsey Graham's office has released the preliminary findings from the Washington, D.C. medical examiner, saying that Graham likely died of a cardiac event known as an aortic dissection. Emergency dispatch audio had described a man in cardiac arrest. Flags are at half-staff after the sudden death of South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham, one of the nation's most prominent lawmakers. On Sunday, he was set to appear on NBC's Meet the Press. Instead, President Trump called in.
He was a fantastic person.
President Trump said he had spoken with Senator Graham the evening of his death.
He said, I feel good, but I'm tired. He was fine.
The pair started out as competitors in the 2016 presidential election, but later became close allies and friends.
He was like a member of the family to me. It's very tough, actually.
Tributes have poured in from members of both parties, including California Senator Adam Schiff on NBC's Meet the Press.
What I will treasure most about him was his just very quick wit, his wonderful sense of humor.
And Senator Mike Rounds, who had traveled with Graham to Turkey for the NATO summit last week.
Wherever he felt he was needed, he was going to go. And that meant overseas a lot.
Known as a foreign policy hawk, Graham was a staunch supporter of Israel and Ukraine and had just returned from a trip to Kyiv hours before his death. On Friday, he told reporters that the White House supported the latest version of his bipartisan Russia sanctions bill.
I've never been more optimistic than I am today that we have the formula to end this war.
Following Graham's death, lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are calling for the sanctions package to be passed immediately. Democratic Senator Chris Coons on ABC's This Week.
It's my hope that we will take up and pass this bill in Lindsey's memory this week.
The Senate is set to return to Washington Monday afternoon following a 2-week recess, and we're expecting to see more tributes to Senator Graham on the Senate floor. Funeral arrangements are pending. Kristen Eskow, News Nation, Washington.
Our thanks to Kristen. We're going to have much more on the life and legacy of Senator Lindsey Graham coming up on DC News Now. For staying in the district, Shanika, happening now, the DC Council is hearing on whether they should allow all autonomous vehicles to operate in the district. And Ward 6 Council member Charles Allen introduced the AV bill this past May. The bill would establish an AV program under DC's Transportation Department. And just before the hearing, local rideshare drivers protested outside of the Wilson building, saying that this could jeopardize their jobs. DC News Now's Randy Bass. Shanika is going to be following this story, and she's going to have much more coming up on DC News Now at 4 as well. And I think one of the big issues here, Shanika, is that this is really starting to grow nationwide. It's a nationwide conversation.
It is.
And some of the other outlets, like 60 Minutes and some of the other organizations, they're doing stories on specifically Waymo and the autonomous vehicle concept. And there are major safety concerns nationwide. So we'll see how this all plays out, and we're going to continue to follow this story.
I mean, we've seen it on social media, some of those vehicles going into circles, some of them really just stopping in traffic and glitching. There was one, I think, there was a scene, and it was taped off, and yet the driver, or the lack thereof, right? Because there's no driver in the car, but the car just kind of pulls right into the middle of a police investigation. So that is concerning, and safety is top priority. Also, staying in D.C., police identified the victims of 2 deadly shootings over the weekend in Northeast. Police say 13-year-old Ahmad Mims was shot and killed near Rosedale Street on Saturday night. Police say the suspected shooter is another teenage boy last seen riding a bike, and that was a black bike, on 16th and Rosedale. About an hour later, police found 27-year-old Aaron Brown shot on Minnesota Avenue. Police rushed him to the hospital where he later died. No word on the suspect in that case. And neighbors tell DC News Now that the shootings are getting out of hand.
It's sad because it's a little kid. And it's couple of doors down from me. So that was really heart-wrenching. It's time for me to pack up and go. It's been time, but this is by far, this is the worst.
Yeah, and anyone who knows anything about these two shootings, they're asked to give police a call. Also, in Maryland, a man was shot and killed by police in Gaithersburg. It happened in the Montgomery Village area last night on Lost Knife Road. Now, officers responded to a call of a man loading a gun at a bus stop, and police say when they approached the man, they say that the man, quote, took actions, and that resulted in officers shooting at him. Now, the man died there. Police have not released his name. Officers recovered a handgun on scene.
However, we do want to acknowledge that this is a traumatic event for officers, for the community, and for everybody else in general. We want to extend our deepest sympathies to the family involved. We want to extend our sympathies to their loved ones, to their friends.
The Maryland Office of the Attorney General is now investigating the incident. And starting this week in Northwest D.C., Mark, don't freak out if you feel a little shake while you are out and about. And D.C. Water, they're doing underground tunnel blasts as part of its Potomac River Tunnel project. So the work will be done near the Canal Road entrance to Georgetown University. And crews say that they'll sound an air horn before each blast. And police and flaggers will be briefly out stopping traffic on Canal Road and Foxhall Road before each blast, and this will go on until June of next year. So you got to get used to these random blasts that take place, but at least, you know, they are warning drivers, you know, or people in the area. You'll hear a sound first, but even with the sound, I'm sure that's a little, you know, you're shaken up, literally.
Well, Shanika, let's talk a little baseball. All-Star weekend, or the All-Star game is today or tomorrow in Philadelphia.
Home Run Derby.
Home Run Derby's tonight, and the All-Star game, I believe, is tomorrow. But the Washington Nationals end the weekend with a little bit of a disappointment. They were shut out by the New York Yankees in the weekend series with a Sunday afternoon loss, 5-3. And again, getting back to this All-Star game, it's All-Star week. The All-Star week is taking place in Philadelphia this year. Today, MLB will be hosting the Home Run Derby, the T-Mobile Home Run Derby, and tomorrow will be the All-Star game. And Nationals James Wood and C.J. Abrams were set to appear in tomorrow's game. And DC News Now sports team will be there, catching all the action, and we're going to take you there a little bit later on, coming up on DC News Now 4. Shanika, I had a chance to run into James Wood down the hill at the Safeway. Oh, excuse me, at the grocery store.
At the grocery store.
At the grocery store, and I don't know why he was there. I don't know where he lives. I just know he was a lot taller than I expected.
Oh, did you speak to him?
I did not.
Okay.
I did not. I didn't want. Even though he stood out, I don't know if really that many folks there recognized who he was.
I wouldn't know who he.
But he clearly had the athletic vibe. But you know, he was so tall and lean. You know, he didn't look.
Bald guy?
No, he had dreads.
Oh, okay, because I saw a very tall guy too.
Yeah, but it was just kind of cool to see him. I was gonna say something, but I don't feel like bothering.
You should have.
Nah, what am I gonna say?
Well, just shake his hand if you're a fan.
I'm not a fan.
Oh. Well, I guess.
I mean, no, I take that back. I don't watch baseball anymore. No, I admire him for his accomplishment. Yeah, I recognize him.
Yeah,
just
I guess you don't want to bother.
Yeah, just being a young man of accomplishment. Congratulations, and he's an all-star.
Yeah, or say hi.
Or say hi.
Yeah,
just hey, OG to youngster.
Yeah,
How's that?
Yeah.
I missed an opportunity. How's
you
that?
Did. Next time you see him, say hi.